y'all, welcome back. Thank you for tuning in. As you saw in the last video, we had our foundation complete. Concrete was poured. In this video, we're starting off with wetting the concrete. So once you've poured the concrete, you have to keep it wet for at least about 7 days. You want to wet it about 5 to 10 times a day if possible. And you want to make sure you're doing it with a light mist. So something like this is really good. We're going to use our IBC tote full of water to help get the water onto the concrete. So we wanted to show you a little bit about that process. Heading back over this evening to the home build site. Going to wet down the concrete again. Earlier I did it for the first time and I used a hose with the IBC tote, and it was difficult. I think it took me a full hour because with the IBC tote there's no pressure, there's no pump, so it's fully reliant on gravity of the water to flow, and so it just did not work very well. So this time I'm taking a bucket and I'm gonna bucket the water, see if that works a little bit better. But I talked to the concrete guy, and he said that for the first 3 days after pouring concrete, you want to wet the concrete in the morning and in the evening. And why we do that is because it really helps the curing process. It keeps the concrete from drying too fast and then cracking. So we don't want that to happen. So that is why we are doing this. Seems like a lot of work, but it's worth it. We have all kinds of little visitors over here this evening. Our neighbors have tons of chickens and they always come over, but I do not mind one bit because we have tons of chickens at our place too. They are super cute. The perfect type of neighbors. You can hear their goats in the background. Pretty neat. Okay, we came back over here. It's the next night, so this is the second day after concrete was poured. We ended up having to lift up our IBC tote quite a few pallets high. That way we can get a better flow of our hose. But yeah, whatever it takes. Isn't that nice looking? But anyways, we're back over here. We're going to water down the concrete again. That way we're keeping it wet. We should only have to do this maybe through tomorrow or so. We might do it a little bit longer, but we'll see. I wanted to also give you all an update on our Cornish cross meat chickens. They are 7 weeks old now, and their processing date is next Wednesday, so next week. We were worried this batch might be a little small, but they're looking pretty good actually. And so we should be able to process most of them. Again, we typically will keep any small birds that are just below 5 pounds or so. We'll keep them in the pen and process them at a later date as they get older and bigger. But yeah, they're looking good. They'll go to processing next week. Again, after the storms and everything, we lost about 30 of these Cornish cross chickens in that storm. So we are right around that 250, 255 mark. So not terrible, but definitely not our best numbers. We want to be as close to the 300 mark as possible. But yes, they are going to be processed next week. If you're local to the DFW area, check us out, chickenfieldfarm.com. We'll have some fresh chickens here soon. But wanted to give you guys an update on these meat birds. Really tender. I was a little skeptical, of course, at first. You just don't know. But it's been so much better, and we have control over what they eat, what goes in their body, and in turn, what goes in, my body and my children's body, my family's body. They're fed non-GMO, no corn, no soy diet. They're never given any sort of antibiotics or anything like that. And so it's just really clean food that we are feeding ourselves. And so we decided, that's the way we wanted to go, and we want to share that with others. So right now we're really only serving, the North Texas community. We are about to start shipping throughout Texas. Within the 1 to 2 day delivery range or zones. And so we're figuring that out, the whole shipping and dry ice and everything like that. But right now, if you're local to the DFW area, please don't hesitate to check us out. Give us a call. Come out and visit. Of course, by appointment only. We'd love to have you out, see our operation, and let you purchase some of our amazing chicken. We also do beef. We actually have some beef coming here soon. We'll be restocked at the end of September. We have farm fresh eggs. You can hear them doing their job behind me. And of course, we have another batch of egg layers in that field over there. We do lamb as well. So we're still stocked with some of our lamb. Everything is just very clean. Fed a non-GMO, no corn, no soy diet. Our cows are grass-fed and grass-finished. They're never given any sort of antibiotics or anything like that. So you can really trust that you're eating really clean meat and eggs. So wanted to give you that little tidbit, and I'll continue sharing some of the farm animals and what we're doing around here too. There's the sheep, some of our other chickens. And they're really sweet. These are royal white sheep. They're hair sheep, so it's a little bit different than your wool sheep. It has all the wool on it. They actually have hair. They're super loving, super gentle. There's Tom. He's very territorial, but he's doing his job. Here's Dot. She should definitely be expecting with that round belly. So hopefully we'll have some little sheep here soon. some of our heifers should be pregnant as well. So we'll have a busy month of October, and I can't wait to show you guys all the new babies that'll be joining us here on the farm. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Oh. Hey everyone, it is now a full week after we poured the concrete. So we've been watering it. We ended up watering it through Thursday. So we did water it quite a bit longer, just to make sure it's curing and drying at a good pace. And that's really like I said, it's really to prevent cracking from happening. The concrete crew is actually at the property right now, removing the form boards. So really excited to show you guys that here in a little bit once they're done. This week we've been really busy. It was homecoming here in town. So our kids were busy with football games and parades. So I'll show you a little bit about that right here.
Wave at him.
Look at it!
Policeman! Wave at the fire truck.
I'm tired.
Look, they're waving at you.
Oh, yeah, tired.
They're waving.
I didn't get one.
Mr. Rubio!
So yeah, they had a blast. There's nothing quite like homecoming in a small town. They went all out, as you could see. So that was really fun, but that's really what took up a lot of our week. So this week we really concentrated on just making sure the concrete stayed damp and wet. And then of course we did a lot of community activities around homecoming. So thank you as always for watching and just following along on our journey here. I'm really excited to continue on to the next process. Right now we are looking for framers. So again, as I've said in some of my other videos, me and my husband are contracting this project ourselves. And so we are finding every subcontractor for each step of the process. So it does take a lot of time. Sometimes you slow down a little bit, especially when you're having difficulty finding somebody to take on the project that you want to take on. So right now we're looking for framers. We've got several looking into it, but we're really not going to start building for at least 30 to 60 days. And that's really just to allow the concrete to fully cure. Yes, it dries quickly within 5 to 7 days, but it truly doesn't become 100% cured until about 30 days out. And the longer you wait, the better. And we, like I said, we have some time, and we have the ability to hold off a little bit. So we are going to pause on the building and really focus on finding the right crew, the right people, those that we trust. We love to work with local, if possible, and support local businesses. So we'll continue to show you updates. All right, came over to the build site, and they have indeed removed the form boards. So it's really cool to see the foundation without those form boards in the way. So I'll walk around and show you a little video of that. It does not look like they've done the dirt work they're going to do. They probably have to do that another time. But what we're going to do is we're going to have dirt brought in and then sloped away gradually from the foundation. And that just helps with drainage to keep water from pooling and going underneath your foundation. So we'll have that done as well. But here I'll show you what it looks like without the form boards. It's a nice size foundation. You can see it compared to my hand, so really thick. A lot thicker than I thought it would be. But here you see this little lip along the edge. That is so that we can install the metal siding. And it'll sit like right in here. And that prevents water from going up and into the house. So that's why they put that little lip there. This was the tallest corner, so I was really intrigued to see how that looked. And yeah, it's quite a huge foundation. But that'll be nice. And that is why we put the stairs in the front after all, because that would have been a huge step up if we hadn't put the stairs there. But they turned out gorgeous. This is what the concrete looks like a week after pour. I'm really happy with it. And like I said in my last video, the company that did our pour was Texas Made Concrete and Construction. They did a great job. I'm really happy with their work that they did. They were easy to work with. It's great. And I like I always say, I love to support local companies. That's really important to us. To support our community, support those with small businesses, because we are a small business ourselves here at Chickenfield Farm. So, but yeah, the concrete looks great. Really happy with it. Thank y'all as always for continuing to follow our journey. Don't forget to like and subscribe and continue to follow us and watch our last videos, watch our future videos. We really appreciate the support. Y'all take care and we'll see you on the next one. Bye.